Let your breathing slow, dear listener. Let the gentle rhythm of your own breath become the soft, steady turning of an ancient page. The world outside is quiet now. The day is done. And tonight, I want to take you on a quiet journey. Not to a place of loud battles or grand monuments, but to a place of profound, sacred silence. A place where the greatest treasure in the world was not gold or jewels, but something far more precious. Ideas. We are going to spend a single, peaceful day inside the most beautiful library the world has ever known. The House of Wisdom in Baghdad. The year is somewhere around 850, a time often called the Golden Age of Islam. The city of Baghdad is a glittering, circular jewel on the banks of the river Tigris. But we are not walking through the bustling souks with their rich perfumes of spices and perfumes. We are walking towards a large, elegant building of cool, pale marble, its high walls reflecting the first soft, golden light of the morning sun. A great tiled dome rises from its center, the color of the deep, peaceful sky. This is the Bait al-Hikmah, the House of Wisdom. Imagine you are a young scholar. You push open a heavy cedarwood door and you step inside. The moment you cross the threshold, the entire world changes. The noise of the city, the distant cry of a merchant, the gentle clop of a donkey's hooves on the dusty street, all of it simply fades away. You are wrapped in a profound, cool, peaceful silence. The air is still and smells of old parchment, a clean, dry, slightly sweet scent. It smells of leather bindings and the faint, earthy, metallic tang of oak gall ink. It smells of knowledge itself. Your sandals make a soft, gentle tapping sound as you walk across the polished marble floor. The floor is cool and smooth with delicate, intricate geometric patterns of deep blue and soft gold. The entrance hall opens up into a vast, breathtaking, domed reading room. The dome soars high above you, painted the same calm, peaceful blue as the evening sky, dotted with tiny, golden, eight-pointed stars. Sunbeams stream in through high-arched windows of finely carved latticework, their rays filled with 1,000 slow, silent, dancing dust motes. The light falls in soft, golden pools onto the marble floor. All around the circular walls of this vast room, from floor to ceiling, are shelves. And on these shelves, neatly stacked and carefully cataloged, are books, not just a few hundred, thousands upon thousands of books. They are not like the books you know today. They are bound manuscripts, with heavy covers of dark, tooled leather. Some are scrolls of the finest, smoothest vellum, stored in elegant, labeled ceramic jars. This library does not just hold the knowledge of one land or one religion. It is a quiet, respectful meeting place for the entire world's wisdom. A calm, elderly librarian, a man with a kind, deeply lined face and a long gray beard, moves silently through the stacks. He wears a simple, clean robe of dark blue cotton. He carries a small pile of books, which he carefully, lovingly, places back in their exact, proper places. He runs a gentle, knowing finger along the spines, checking for any dust, any tiny flaw. He is not just a keeper of books. He is a guardian of ideas. He looks up at you as you pass, and he gives you a small, quiet, knowing nod of welcome. No words are needed. You are in the sanctuary. You walk further into a smaller, quieter room off the main hall. Here, the atmosphere is even more profound. This is a translation circle. A small group of scholars are sitting on low, comfortable divans, arranged around a low central table. The table is covered in open manuscripts. One text is a heavy ancient scroll in Greek, the writings of the great philosopher Aristotle. Another is a mathematical treatise from India, its numbers elegant and strange. The scholars are working in a quiet, focused, collaborative rhythm. One man, a Syriac Christian, reads a passage from the Greek text in a soft, low murmur. A Muslim scholar from Persia listens intently, then translates the passage out loud into flowing, beautiful Arabic, while a Jewish scribe, his face calm and patient, writes it down in a neat, precise, flowing script. There is no argument. There is no loud debate. There is just a deep, shared, respectful concentration. A quiet, patient, beautiful building of a bridge between cultures. The only sounds are the soft, low murmur of voices and the gentle, rhythmic scratch of the reed pen on the parchment. You leave the translation room, feeling deeply peaceful, and you walk towards the observatory. This section of the House of Wisdom is a high, open platform reached by a gently curving staircase. Here, the bright, clear Baghdad sky is perfectly visible. A number of beautiful, intricate instruments are standing on the polished stone floor. There is a large brass armillary sphere, a model of the celestial sphere, its interlocking rings representing the paths of the stars. An older astronomer, a man from the distant city of Samarkand, is quietly adjusting a heavy brass astrolabe, a complex ancient computer used to chart the positions of the sun and the planets. He looks up at the pale daytime sky, finding a brilliant silver point of light that is the planet Venus. He makes a quiet, careful notation on a slate tablet. He is not just watching the stars. He is having a quiet, respectful, mathematical conversation with the universe. After the quiet, intellectual work of the morning, you feel a need for a moment of simple, physical peace. You walk down another marble corridor and step out into the central courtyard. The contrast is immediate and beautiful. The air is warm but not oppressive. The sky is a brilliant, clear blue above the square of the roof line. And in the very center of the courtyard, a beautiful, simple marble fountain is playing. The water arcs up gracefully from a central column and then falls back into a wide, circular basin with a soft, constant musical splash. The sound is the most peaceful music in the world. It washes away all the dust, all the mental fatigue, all the quiet tensions of deep study. The midday meal is served in a simple communal hall. The scholars gather, sitting cross-legged on comfortable cushions. The food is simple and nourishing, a quiet, shared ritual of rest and gratitude. A thick, fragrant lentil soup, warm, flat bread, just taken from a clay oven. A refreshing drink of cool water, slightly sweetened with a splash of fragrant rose water. The conversation is soft and quiet, a low, respectful hum of thoughtful, intelligent discussion. A mathematician discusses a complex problem of geometry with a poet, who listens with a quiet, curious grace. An astronomer shares a simple, light-hearted joke with a physician. Minds from every corner of the known world, all meeting in this one, quiet, peaceful courtyard, sharing a simple meal of bread and soup. The afternoon is a time for more personal, quiet study. You walk back to the main domed reading room. The golden light of the afternoon sun is now streaming through the high windows, illuminating the dancing dust motes. You go to a particular shelf, where you know a certain manuscript is kept. It is a book of poetry from the ancient pre-Islamic deserts, a collection of beautiful, haunting odes about the vast, silent, empty landscapes, the courage of travelers, and the deep ache of love. You take the heavy, leather-bound volume back to a quiet corner. You sit down on a soft, deep red carpet, leaning your back against a cool marble pillar. You open the book carefully. The pages are thick and slightly rough, and the ink is a dark, rich brown. The script is a beautiful, flowing calligraphy, a work of art in itself. You begin to read very slowly, savoring each word. The old poet speaks to you across 1,000 years, and in this quiet marble hall, his voice is as clear as the fountain in the courtyard. You are not alone. You are surrounded by friends. As the afternoon fades, a deep, peaceful dusk settles over the city. The soft, diffused light through the carved windows turns from gold to a deep, dusky purple. Quietly, almost without you noticing, a librarian walks through the hall, carrying a small lit oil lamp. He stops at a series of brass lampstands, and one by one he lights the wicks. A beautiful, warm, golden glow begins to push back the gathering shadows. The pools of light on the marble floor become golden. The writing on the manuscript in your hands becomes bright and clear. The last call to prayer from a distant minaret echoes softly over the rooftops of Baghdad, a beautiful, melodic, and deeply calming sound. The library is beginning to empty. The soft murmur of voices fades away. The only sounds are the gentle, distant splash of the courtyard fountain and the soft, respectful footsteps of the last scholars leaving. But you linger for a few more moments. You close your book and rest your head back against the cool marble pillar. You look around at the vast, beautiful, silent hall, lit now only by a few flickering golden lamps. You feel a profound, overwhelming sense of peace. This is the true treasure the House of Wisdom held. It was not a hidden object of gold. It was a feeling. The feeling that comes from a quiet, patient, shared pursuit of truth. It was a place where a question was valued more than an answer, where a book from a distant foreign land was welcomed as a long-lost friend, where the universe, from the dance of a star to the flavor of a rare herb, was studied with the same careful, quiet, loving attention. The scholars of the House of Wisdom did not hoard their knowledge. They translated it, they expanded it, and they gave it away freely, writing the very foundations of modern science, medicine, and philosophy. Their legacy is not a hidden room. It is every single book in every single library today. It is the quiet, clean light of reason itself. And so, as your own mind drifts now, dear listener, let the quiet images of that ancient, beautiful library settle over you. The cool, smooth marble under your feet, the warm, golden light of the oil lamps, the gentle, rhythmic scratch of the reed pen on parchment, the soft, musical splash of the courtyard fountain. Let the deep, profound, sacred silence of that sanctuary of the mind be your own final resting thought. The day is over. The books are resting on their shelves. The fountain is playing softly in the dark. And you, weary scholar, are at perfect, peaceful rest, sleep.